Hey folks, we're finally back. Apologise for the long wait without giving you any updates or notifications. But it's good because no one's been on the forums or website doing anything, so it means that we don't have to do as much, which means that we can do things faster. But basically, because of the update, we couldn't do anything because the mods weren't updated because of the lack of mod support. But when we found out that they were updated, we could get them, and we just began doing as much as we can within small time, so then we can just get the server going. So as you can see, we've named the main city Fluxford. There are no other cities yet, but eventually, if this becomes a massive kind of city with massive server even, we could maybe do another one, but I doubt that at the moment. So yeah, first of all, the spawn has been changed. It was originally miles over there, but thanks to MC Edit, you'll spawn in this area, and I advise you go into this building first. Gives you information about the server and what you can do, how to contact us, and the admins and stuff. But yeah, you read them. Once you've done that, you can always refer back to that building, but you'll want to go up here and enter the city, which it will be explained. So one of the main rules is within the city, don't grieve, don't touch any redstone, wiring or piping that you see. It's not fair, but it's out of the way as best as possible, so please respect that. But when it comes to out of the city, for example the wilderness, you could build whatever you want or do whatever you want, including getting resources. So even if you see coal within the city, don't get it. It's just not fair. It might be there for a reason, it might not, but yeah. I mean, you could even build a house in this area, but obviously because it's so close to the city, you might have to pay so much. So like say, if an enemy comes along, or maybe a governmental officer or something, for example, like who runs some of the buildings, if they see that there's a house clearly built next to the borders, then they'll have to pay something every 10 days or something. But yeah, it's just I mean, building over there, that's fine, whereas someone has done that, a friend. But yeah, so first of all, you've got the Skunk building. From the last video, it's not changed, so nothing to worry about there. The paving is done better, and also the lighting system. Ignore that. So the first thing that we'll come to is you can actually buy land. As you can see, there's pre-built plots, and also we've numbered every building and plot that can be used, bought, sold, built on. So yeah, I'll show you more about that later. Then you've got this my business. Nothing has changed, not whatsoever. Parkour Estate. The agents has been updated, where the new tax system is called residence tax, where the houses that rent off this building, they actually pay. They will go in. Number 1 to 4 will go in there, and around the corner it'll be number 5 to 9. Their tax will be shown in the booth, and they just pay it. The reason why there's booths, it's not to look like a jail, but it looks like a security measure, so they can't get attacked whilst paying their stuff, because obviously it's not fair. So yeah, you can actually buy these houses still, but obviously it costs quite a lot, and yeah, you won't be able to. You at least won't pay as much rent as you used as if you was renting. I mean, these might have to say, like, if everyone bought their house, then this estate agents might as well close, which could actually be realistic, but you'll probably just find that your rent will be dramatically reduced to, like, I don't know, ridiculous. Anyway, moving on. The next building that was updated will be this. Now, before going any further, I had a friend from college review this, and he didn't like the whole tax system. He thought the name was too realistic from like history, and he didn't like it. Fair play to him. I change that as soon as I could. It's now called the commercial tax holder. It's still kind of realism on how and on what it means, but it's just nice to have like a nice name like that. So obviously commercial being little shops like these in this lane, district kind of thing. Called it parkour lane instead of district because, well, it's like a lane really, like an L-shaped lane. So going in, that's just your vacancy board for the person who could potentially be working here. These are the shops to buy. I might want to increase the prices on them. As you can see, the new currency system will include gold bars and nuggets as well as the credits. And then I haven't done it yet, but that's for buildings to rent. So you could just have a building and then on the 10th day pay the rent. So I've got to change the numbers because they do not match the buildings. So yeah, it's nice and big around here now. We'll go to this building next, which was originally called the Settlement Services. That has been changed to the Industrial Tax Holder. It's still a governmental building, but basically those community shops, businesses, entrepreneurs and stuff, private businesses will pay here. I apologise for my list, by the way. I am quite terrible in terms of speaking. So a bit of signposting there. This building's been changed quite a lot actually. You can buy the land that you saw earlier here with the numbers there. I don't know where I'm going to put the price listing because that is just a small area. I don't know what I'm going to do, unfortunately, so I could change this to over there and move that over there, or I don't know, but I'll work something out. I think that'd probably be a better option and just change the seating kind of thing. So yeah, you've got signposts here, which I will briefly talk about. For example, if you leave your business and it misses 30 days worth of payments in a row, so that's basically 3 payments in a row, then it would close down. If you're leaving, and if you're leaving for like say an hour or even, if you've got another member that you can trust for them to pay wages and taxes or whatever, then give it to them until you come back, because then they can make profit for themselves as well as you and keeping the business alive. But yeah, just some more signposts there. Now instead of having all doors around here where people this side would be waiting forever for the person in there to collect the taxes, I'll probably move the control room down here somewhere so that only 5 people can pay it on time, but it'll be faster. So it's a faster service, well improved. So me and Sco had a good go at that. Next, the refinery, nothing really apart from just taking off a bit of the fencing and replacing it with iron blocks, which is only looks more industrially. The police station has changed a bit in terms of how it works. Basically, it will be a useless police station towards further buildings such as Park Hall. So what I've done is basically in most business buildings, maybe some homes, I'm not too sure. Definitely not the ones that you can rent off an estate, but maybe like individual homes, for example. I've done a system where they can push a lever whatever, for 10 seconds only and no longer, and it will send a signal towards this building. As you can see, a music block will play continuously, and a redstone torch will light up depending on what building needs assistance. So then they can go to them. The person here could like notify a member. Hopefully there's at least 2 people working in this building at all times, because unfortunately there is no way to say that this building is shut. So a business could actually call for help and no one could come because there's no one in here. So I'm not too sure how we can do that, but basically we could do it so like people who are actually in here could get a heck of a lot of money for just basically living in here and doing their job, whereas I'd extend the building maybe either underground or on top where they could have like some sort of living quarters because really all you've got is a staff kitchen which is down there. But apart from that, nothing has been updated apart from this system, which is quite nice because it's like a phone service, like you call 911 or 999 kind of thing. So yeah, the bank hasn't been updated really, apart from SCO did some storage updating for items. So yeah, that's not been updated. We've built something. We've built 2 new things, and I'll show you. Walking down here, you've got station to Fluxford Castle. So we've built a station that goes towards a castle, and you'll probably like this. Now, this should be 99% reliable in case someone decides to mess it up and be a bit of a douche. But yeah, as it says, don't remove any blocks. It's important. If you think you can loot this stuff, you're wrong, because in fact you'll be found out eventually, and yeah, it's just not worth it. Say you request your cart, please only do it once per person. You just get into it. Piston will push you off, and you'll head towards the castle, which is over there. La 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 la. So yeah, it's quite nicely done. Saves you walking, and then you stop in the salt sand. You get off. You walk forward, and you'll just help us by sending the minecart back. So then the system from both stations will work absolutely fine. Okay, so yeah, welcome to Fluxford Castle. Basically, the purpose of the castle is, one, to provide like some sort of recreational attraction, as well as keeping kind of our focus from the main task, goal, whatever, of the server, where you can have like events on certain days where maybe a PvP inside the castle, or a siege and defend, and basically winners will get rewards, losers will get nothing, or even consequences basically. So it kind of enhances cooperation, team play and fun. So yeah, I'm not going to show you, but that's just the overlay of the castle. You've got your armory, storehouse, keep, you've got your outskirts there, and then that's it, nothing over there. There's meant to be a hill here, which for some reason hasn't loaded. So okay, so if you'll excuse me. I mean, people could probably use like this hill to gain some sort of equalizer against wall defenders. You could scale the walls with ladders. You could possibly tunnel into it, although I wouldn't recommend tunneling directly under a tower, because the fact that it's probably underneath. I'm not going to tell you if it is or not, but maybe there's traps, or it's completely concreted or something, so you could be there for ages. And don't remember, you might not possibly have the ability to take items. It might be just that you can't take items. You'll put all of your items somewhere, and you'll be given specific items. And just be honest, because it won't be fair if, like, say you're given stone pickaxes, which is realistic in terms of tunneling in the siege days of castles. And if you've got a diamond pick, it's not fair. It's just fast paced. So yeah. So that's the first new thing. I'm just going to fly back over. But yeah, it should be reliable. But I'd appreciate it if like people don't spam minecarts, because it just ruins the system. Basically, we'll have people working probably for these stations every so often to check that they are actually working and nothing's messed up. And again, please don't break into any of the stuff. You'll be surprised what you can find. If you accidentally stumble across redstone, if you've like gone into a cave outside of the city and it leads to in here by mistake, just fair play, just just leave it, so yeah, last thing of this video, before I start to bore you, we've built a new estate, and I'll show you quickly. The name was invented by SCO from an advert, I believe, called Cravendale Homes. Well, Cravendale. Yes, it's a cow advert. to start with. That's why there's a cow there, nicely done by Sco. So it's a very small estate, which is probably better. You pay your tax underneath, but only one person can do it at a time. But there's only 6 plots, so you know what's the point? I'm not going to show you inside. You walk up to your estate. That way is to number 9 of Park Hall. You probably think that actually that should be Cravendale, but that's already number 9 Park Hall, and it's just too much hassle to change it. So, but yeah, here's your estate. As you can see, it looks a lot bigger, but in fact it's smaller because the houses are smaller. The ones over there are bigger, but it looks more compact and messy. Whereas this, you've got nice flowers, you've got nice lighting kind of this method. Whereas over there, it's torches, I believe, apart from the 2 ones in the end. Very small inside. You can fit your bed, your crafting table, some workbenches, furnaces, whatever. But yeah, it's very secure. As you can tell, there's a wall here. You can go out if you want, but it's just swampy, and it stops probably mobs from getting in. So yeah, 6 small plots, different again. On the like that one is the same as that one. That one is the same as that one, and so on. Same as the one over there. But yeah, I like this one actually better than that one because of the fact that it looks more designed and secured, since it's kind of on the border of the city. But yeah, so what can I say? We've done quite a lot. All we need to do now is I need to update the police station still. We need to update the spawn area to make sure people actually spawn properly first time, just to make sure that everything's working. For example, the stations and the wiring. You might find out that if you want to use the mod installer that Scott's provided, it might not work. So I'll give you links to. I'll probably give you links to Buildcrafting and Industrial Craft, and I'll give you links to this texture pack. I do recommend this texture pack. It's lovely. It fits the atmosphere of the server. You've got a real looking sun there, same as the moon. The swampy looks swamp. You've got different textures of grass. You've got different coloured mobs and animals. If I could quickly find you one. So again, I'm just going to find a mob for you. Okay, as you can see, you've got 3 different coloured pigs there. I used MC Patch to do that though, because there's like an option saying something to do with like mob skins. But obviously only if the texture pack supports it. And in fact, this texture pack was the first one to be done by a female, I believe. And I mean every block ID, but obviously not for industrial or, well, your mods. So actually there's 4 pig skins, which is very good. It's just a great texture pack, to be honest. It's very lovely. The grass is so much better. Unfortunately for some old computers it might not work as good because it's a 64 by 64. But yeah, it should be okay. Well, there's another one there. But yeah, the cows look really cool, as well as the leather. I mean, okay, maybe. I mean, yeah, the pigs have their snouts, whatever. Still, snouts, whatever. But yeah. So anyway, enough of my my video, because it's probably boring or you can't understand me. But yeah, thank you for watching. The server should be on really soon. Up to 8 players at the moment, but you'll get a license depending on how many people are wishing to play. So if you can actually use the forums and that, they will be updated as soon as possible. It will really be appreciated if you can, like, say, like post any interests or reviews, so we can see how many people would like to play. Because obviously we're not going to buy a license if we don't really need to. I mean, you know, if we're going to have, like, say, 5 people, then what's the point in buying an unlimited player limit license? So yeah, just wanted to say that, and have a nice day.